So here now when A is greater than B, this part will be executed. So I need to check A is greater than C, right? If the condition is false, A is not greater, then the condition will be moving here. I need to check whether B is greater than C, right? So this is how you can check the greatest of three numbers using macro. So max is equal to max A comma B comma C. So in the place of this entire statements will be substituted, right, during your pre-processing stage, right? Now whenever I want to give an argument, the argument can be either any valid C identifier separated by the commas, right? You can also have like this, min 1 comma 2, or else I can also have an expression like this, min of A plus B, right? This can also be passed as a value to the argument, right? Now this macro body can also contain calls to other macros. For example, I can also call like this, min of, say min, suppose if I have written a macro to find greatest of two numbers or the minimum of two numbers, then if I want to find minimum of three numbers, then I can use in this way. So here min, here I am taking two values, min of A comma B. This will give you the minimum of A and B, and this minimum I am checking either A or B. I will check it with what? I will check it with C. Is that clear? Right. So predefined macros. Next we'll move on to predefined macros. Till now we have seen how to include a file and how to define a normal macro, right? The next one is you have some default macros available. So under that you have standard predefined macros and non-standard predefined macros. Standard predefined macros means it has been available with some predefined meaning and it is going to be common for all the platforms. Non-standard predefined macros means it is varies from one OS to another OS and one mission to another mission, right? So standard predefined macros means your file, date, time. If I want to find out the name of the current input file, the date of my system, the time of my system, that I can get it with the help of my macros, right? And the next one is going to be, see, suppose we have defined the macros, but I don't want to use that particular macros. Then you have a macro called undef. Okay, so this is define is for defining the macro. Undef means I don't want this particular macro. This macro is no more available. To mention that, to cancel that particular macro, we have a statement called undef. So after undef, if you try to use x is equal to 4, 4 is not available now. So it will give you an error message. Is that clear? Right. The next one, I already told you, conditional compilation. That means based upon the condition, we can go for either including the set of code, or I can go for defining the particular macros, right, depending upon the condition. Then that you are going to call it as a conditional compilation. So instruct the preprocessor whether to include a block of a code or not. So conditional directives can be used, right? So hash if def macro. So if def means what? Defining the macro. If the macro is being defined, then this particular part of the code will be executed. And then for this, if we are using the endif, right? So the conditional codes are included in the program only if the macro is being defined. Here, this expression, if it evaluates to non-zero value, then this conditional will be, this part will be included in the program, else it will not be included, right? Similarly, you have if else endif. So here also, if the condition is being evaluated to non-zero value, then this part will be executed, else this part will be executed, and it is endif. And I can also have nested if. Nested if means if, elif, and then for this if I should have else and then endif, right? If I want to check whether the macro is being defined, then I can also use my defined with if. or else I can also use if def, right? So I can also use it like this, if defined buffer size, right? We'll see the examples for all these things, right? Now I can also pass I can also concatenate the two tokens that is being passed to the macros. That is being done with the help of double hash. For example, if I define hash define merge a comma b, and if I write a double hash b, then whatever the value I am giving here, 12, 34, this 12 will be passed to a and 34 is passed to b, and this will be concatenated together. So for that we'll use this double hash, right? Now the tokens passed to the macro can be converted to a string literal by using hash before it. That means whatever I am passing, I am going to convert it to a string, right? So how I am going to convert it? With the help of this single hash. So hash define get a. So whatever I am giving as an input here, that is going to be converted to a string. Is that clear? So here I am not giving it within double quotes. Have you seen the here? In C language, whenever you want to convert something into a string, then you need to specify within a double quotes, right? But we are not doing it here. So I am just giving it as an usual character, and that will be converted to a string, and that is what being printed with the help of your percentages. Is that clear? Right. Now we'll see a program. So write a program to check whether the given number is positive or negative using if def, right? So here I am going to check whether my number is going to be positive or negative using if def, right? So hash include stdio.h, hash define, here I am defining some macro that I am assigning it as 1, right? Int main, int num, so here I am declaring a number of type integer, printf enter the number, then I am reading the number. If def means what? If this particular macro is being defined, then this particular code will be included. Is that clear? So if def means what? If the macro is being defined, then this particular code will be included, right? And if you don't have else here. Is that clear? So if def means if the macro is being defined. Yes, POS macro is being defined. So this part will be included in my program, right? So what is my main aim? I need to check whether a given number is positive or negative. So I will check whether a number is greater than or equal to 0. If it is equal to 0, then I will print it as positive, else I will print the number to be a negative number. So what is your if def? This will tell you whether macro is defined, right? If it is defined, then this particular code will be included, else it will not be included, right? So this is an example for your if def, right? Next we'll move on to write a program to convert a number to its string literal using the function macro. So what did I told you? If I want to convert anything to a string, then I need to add a single hash. So hash include stdio.h, hash define, here this is going to be the name of the macro, and this is a number followed by hash num. So whatever I am giving here, that I need to convert it to a string by having the hash. So int main, so printf, before calling the macro, my number, right? So after your macro. So here I am calling the macro 100, and this 100 will be printed as what? A string. So here I have used percentage s because this will be converted to a string, and I am using percentage s. Right? Now let us move on to another example. Now here I have not given in a single line. I have used multiple lines. I already told you you can have a multiple lines, right? So int main I is equal to 0, print. This is going to be the name of the macro. This is going to be the name of macro, right? I comma 2. So I 0 comma 2 will be there, right? So in the place of print I comma limit, this entire statement will be substituted. So in the place of this I will have what? While I, what is my I? 0 less than limit, right? And here I have what? Printf welcome. So in the place of this I am going to have my statements, and here the macro doesn't end in one single statement. It is being continuing, right? So this backslash represents what? The macro is being continuing, right? So I will get 2 times. Why 2 times? 0, 1. 2 times the while condition becomes true. So that particular thing will be executed. That means your printf statements will be executed 2 times, right? Now we'll see one more example using if, else if, else and end if, right? So a simple program, hash include stdio.h, hash define max. Here I am defining the max to be 60, and int main. See, already I told you there is a difference between if def and if. If def means it will check for whether the macro is available or not, right? Here it will check whether the condition is true or false, right? So if max is greater than or equal to 70. So here I am checking with a macro value. So if the expression is true or false, if the expression evaluates to non-zero value, right? Non-zero means it is going to be true. So 60 is greater than or equal to 70. The condition is false here. So again I will check else if. If max is greater than or equal to 50. Yes, 60 is greater than or equal to 50. I will print grade B, right? So here for if else I should have else part, and then I should have end if. Is that clear? So here if the condition evaluates, then this particular statement will be executed. Is that clear? Right, that is the difference between if def and if. Now we'll see the example for if not defined. If def means if the macro is defined, then I need to do some particular operation, right? If the macro is not defined, then what I need to do it, right? So hash include stdio.h, hash define sum 100, int main. So here I am using what? Not def. If not defined max. My max is not been defined here. So what I have to do? I can just display the message. Either you can display the message or else you can also redefine the max. So here for that I have given an example here. So if it is not been defined, if not defined sum is not been defined, then defined sum is equal to this. I can define a new macro. If defined, if it is been defined, then printf sum defined. Here I have defined the macro. So from this point it is been active. Else, print not sum not defined. End if, end if. This if else, for this if def I don't have else. Right, one else I have. So for that if def, right, else sum not defined. Yes, if def sum else. For this I have got else. For this I don't have an else. I have an end if. Clear? right? So if end-def means if it is not being defined, if the macro is not being defined, then displays a message. Either you can use a printf message here, or else you can redefine the macro. Else I can print some message and then end-if. Is that clear? Right. With this your macro get over. Right. Next we'll move on to the storage classes.